Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to share with you 4 techniques that you can use to push your creativity to the next level. All right, I'm talking about in next level, right? So stay tuned, we're going to dive to this. Just 2 days ago, I was talking to one of my students in the Beyond the Move dance program, yeah, and he told me that I feel that I don't have enough creativity. And in our first coaching call together, I always, trying to find out, your current level and where you at, and in order to gather as many information as I can, so I can help you to my best capacity. So that's what I did with this student, and one of the things that impacted me, he said I don't have any creativity. And I was like, what do you mean by you don't have any creativity? He said, yeah, I feel like I'm not creative. I said, okay, here's my opinion when it comes to creativity. I strongly believe that every single person has creativity, right? Every single person, especially if you are a dancer and you've been training, for a few years, chances are you already have a pretty good creativity. Yeah. So, but on the other hand, creativity to me is like a muscle. It's something that you develop over time, and if you don't use it, if you don't train your creativity, then you can't push it to the next level. You can't improve in that area. And then I told him, this is why you think that you don't have enough creativity, but it's not because you're not creative. You don't have the right tools, okay, to train your creativity and become better at it, right? But creativity is something that every single person has, right? So I'm going to share with you 4 techniques that I use all the time to push my creativity. Every single time that I use these techniques, they help me push my creativity more and more and more and more as a dancer. All right, and I'm going to share them with you right now. So the first technique is to capitalize on fatigue. Let me say that again, is to capitalize on fatigue. What do I mean by that? So when you are training, let's say you've got 2 hours of training, yeah? You're gonna be training hard for 2 hours. For the first hour, I call this the comfort zone. The first hour is usually your comfort zone, because you are fresh and you start dancing and you start put the music, working on some techniques and stuff like that. You're quite fresh, yeah? By the way, when I'm saying 2 hours training, it's not 2 hours with distraction and you're on your phone and you're cutting your training. No, I'm talking about straight 2 hours training. Yeah, very important to understand that. Yeah, so first hour it's just you dancing, chilling, and you're quite fresh. Then if you've been training hard for 1 hour, your energy already start to go down. But I'm talking really training and pay attention to what you're doing, being very focused. For 1 hour already your energy will start going down. You will start being much more tired. Now the second hour, this is what I call the progress zone. The progress zone is when you don't have that much energy anymore, right? And now you need to start pushing, to start pushing out of your comfort zone. Here's one thing: when you feel tired, when you feel like your body is really tired, this is when you need to stop being logical and let it go. You need to trust. This is the part that you're gonna need to learn how to trust your body and let it go. I was in Spain with Icy, and Icy is one of the best hip-hop freestyle dancer I've never met in my life. So this guy crazy, and I was exchanging with them in Spain, and he told me something that stayed in my mind as well. He said, "You know what, Nikhil? Sometimes when I feel tired, this is when I do my best performance, because I just don't think anymore. I just let it go. I really just let my body go, and I trust my body that, you know, something will happen. I don't know what will happen, but something will happen. But the fact that I'm so tired and I can't even, you know, think properly anymore. I can't be logical anymore. I just let it go. And when you get to that level and you keep pushing, trust me, your body will surprise you so much. You won't believe what you can come up with. Very important. You need to capitalize on fatigue. When you feel tired, this is when you need to keep pushing. I also heard something that Muhammad Ali said. You know, Muhammad Ali said in one interview, they asked him, you know, how many push-ups that you do or something like that. I think it was push-up or pull-up, I don't remember. But he said how many push-ups that you can do, you know. And Muhammad Ali said, I don't count my push-ups. I only start counting when it hurts. When it starts hurting, this is when I push. Because he knows that when it starts hurting, this is when you reach the progress zone. And if you give up in the progress zone, you will never be able to, you know, push your potential, push to the next level. You will never be able to do that because you give up in the progress zone. No, when you feel tired, capitalize on the fatigue. Start thinking, okay, you know what? There is no time to be too logical anymore. I'm tired, but let it go. Just let it go. Let's see what I can come up with, and you will be surprised and you will be amazed to see what your body can come up with. So that's the number one technique to push your creativity to the next level. Try this out and let me know what you think. All right, here's the second one. When you are training, get into the habit of dancing for the entire song. Dance on the entire music. Okay, don't just, you know, start, you know, you play the music, you start training up, okay, 1 minute after you change the song again and you dance, and 1 minute after, okay, I'm gonna change this one and dance. No, don't do this. Don't do this. It's not good, because you don't let your body and your mind take time to develop and come up with new ideas. Yes, sometimes, you know, it can happen that you play a song and you dance a bit on it and then you change it, but don't make it a habit. There's no rush. Let the music from the beginning to the end, and try not dance for the entire song. You need to have an introduction, a development, and a conclusion for your performance, you know. So you take your time. Okay, now I'm in the, you know, introduction phase, right? And then now I'm in the development stage, and then okay, now I'm in the, you know, conclusion phase, right? So that's very important to take your time to do that. But secondly, this is the most powerful one, is once again, the first half of the song is your comfort zone. Is your comfort zone. You know the music and you're just playing with it, but then fatigue starts. You know, you start breathing, you know, faster, and you need to keep on going. And then the second half of the music is the progress zone again. It's a progress zone, because if you keep on this progress zone and you feel like, okay, no, I need to keep on, you know, being I need to keep on pushing and do something great in this song. Okay, all right, I'm tired, but it's okay. I'm keep going. Bam, 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 bam. And I trust my body. I trust that I will come up with something interesting. And suddenly, boom, you come up with something. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to develop this. And boom, you see, and now your creativity start going all over the place. And you'll be like, oh, wow, I've just done a good performance. Make sense? So very important as well. Get into the habit of carry on with the music from the beginning to the end. Finish the music. And when you do that, like 2, 3, 4, 5 songs in a row, it pushes your creativity. Period. It will push your creativity. So do this as well. All right? So the third one is, instead of focusing on movement development, focus on scenario. Let me say that again. Instead of focus on movement development, focus on scenario, right? So what do I mean by that? Let's say I tell you, okay, you've got this move, and then you need to develop it, yeah? So automatically in your head, you're like, okay, here's one movement, I need to develop it. This is, by the way, a good technique, right? There's nothing really wrong with this technique. You know, teachers have been teaching, people have been teaching that, you know, for years. So yes, it works. Yes, it's a good way to kind of push, to learn how to develop movement and research, be in the research mode and come up with new ideas with your movement. Yes, that's a good technique. But here's my only problem with that is, when you think this way, you are kind of restricted to a movement and simply a movement. You're trying to be, you know, okay, I'm developing, okay, but I'm thinking about the movement and the next movement and the next movement and the next movement. Yeah, so okay, that's fine, but here's how we can push it to the next level. Instead of seeing this as a movement that I need to develop, try to think about it as a scenario that I need to create. When you think scenario, what happens is it's not about the movement anymore. It's just about your imagination and what you can come up with, which is much more powerful than just movement. Make sense? So now you're not thinking about, you know, this movement anymore. You are creating a scenario. So now suddenly this movement can be maybe a ball in your hand. This movement can be, I don't know, something that you kind of play with it, you know, sometimes it's small, sometimes it's big. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. And you start developing and you let your imagination go beyond the movement. Does that make sense? Think scenario and not that much about movement development, right? Yes, it's a good technique, but it's basically the same thing, but you are approaching it with a different mindset. And once again, don't always see beyond the movement. Always think beyond the movement. The movement is only a tool. It's all about how you use it. That's makes the difference. So don't take movement development that much. Think scenario. Scenario will engage your imagination much more. And because your imagination is much more engaged, you are pushing your creativity much more as well. Right? Make sense, guys? So number 4 is to do body part sessions. What do I mean by that? When you are training, let's say you've got 1.5 hours training, okay? You say, okay, today I'm gonna work on my legs, all right? So this is one body part, right? So it's gonna be just my legs, right? But there is a different way to approach this. And unfortunately, most people, what they're gonna be like is, okay, today I'm gonna be working on my legs. So, okay, I'm gonna put myself in front of the mirror and just working on my legs and do this and do that. Okay, yeah, doing this, working on that, boom. So I'm working on my legs. But you are so focused, so focused on your legs that you don't really pay attention to your natural way of moving. Because if I tell you to dance naturally, you're not gonna be dancing the way you are dancing right now, because you're just focused on your leg. But if I tell you to dance naturally, you will not be focusing. You will not be focused on your leg. You will just let your body dance, and your legs will be moving. So if it's the case, instead of saying, okay, today I'm gonna work on my legs, and you just focus on your legs and you just trying to work on your legs, which is good, but here is one thing that can help you push your creativity to the next level, is to say, all right, today my primary focus is my legs, but I'm working on everything. I'm working on everything, every part of my body, but my primary focus is my legs. You see the difference? So now what's gonna happen is, my goal is to dance naturally, is to dance the way I usually dance, but I'm gonna focus much more on my legs. So I will not change my dance. Every single movement that I will come up with, they have to be integrated with my natural way of moving, with my natural style. Big difference. Big difference. So now you don't separate both. Okay? You don't separate both, right? You're not like, your mind is not like, okay, now it's leg time, it's legs day today, or today is arm days. No. It's normal day, but I just focus on one part more, right? So if you are, for example, it's your arms, okay, I'm gonna be, dancing with my arm, but I don't want to restrict myself, just my arm, and standing in front of a mirror and working on this and this and that and this and that. Yes, these are these techniques, yes, they work, and I'm not saying they are bad techniques. I'm just giving you things that I've been doing that works really well for me, and that I believe that can help you push your creativity to the next level when you approach things a different way. So I'm all about keep it natural, and always take information, but never change your core identity. Yeah. So again, if you like different style of arms technique, you're gonna be using them, but at the same time, you don't neglect your natural way of moving. You don't neglect your natural way of dancing, right? So that's why I'm saying that instead of thinking, okay, I'm gonna focus just on my arms, you're gonna say, okay, my arm is my primary focus today, and I'm gonna be dancing normally, right? And what's gonna happen is you're gonna be able to come up with so many things, because if you are dancing for 1 hour and a half just focusing on your arm, there is no way on earth that your mind will let you do the same thing over and over again. No, at some point you might feel like you are doing the same thing again and again and again, but if you keep pushing, 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, you're gonna have this breakthrough, and you will come up with new things. And because you are dancing naturally, they are already integrated in your style right now. Make sense? Body part session is important to really control one part of your body and you, play with it and stuff like this. This is very important, but use this technique. Don't separate them. Integrate it in your dance, and when you integrate it within your dance, it gives you more options to come up with new things, and it will push your creativity much further than just restricting yourself to one thing and then just no, because you never dance like this. Naturally, you don't dance like this. So why would you restrict yourself to one position or to one thing, to one body part, and then separate kind of being someone else for 1 hour and a half? Yeah, it creates confusion in your mind. Don't do this. And if you do it, don't do it too long, because it's gonna become a habit. So imagine if you do different body part sessions. Okay, today I'm gonna work on my arms, today I'm gonna work on my legs, and today I'm gonna work on my head, and you keep doing this, and all the time you separate. When it's come to the time for you to combine all together, it's gonna be hard for you. You're gonna be confused. You've been separating them all the time, and now you want to combine them together, but you never took the time to combine them together and integrate them in your dance. Why do you think it will work now? It will not. It will not work. That's why even when you are doing them, you need to integrate them at the same time and make them part of your style naturally, right? So body part session is extremely important as well to push your creativity, but do it in a natural way. Yeah, that's it for today, guys, and as usual, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with all the videos coming. And if you feel like you're not creative enough, or you're struggling with your creativity, or you're struggling with to come up with new ideas and stuff like this, If it's the case, I might have the solution for you, and it's the BTM Dance program. If you want more details about this and find out how we can work together, simply click the YouTube card here and you will find much more details about that. Alright, once again, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Alright, take care. Bye bye. Peace.